are back in our session, budget workshop. Thank you all for returning early for lunch. So we're going to use a few minutes to talk about the administration budget. You want to do that one?
Yes, so page 59, towards the back.
We'll utilize our time to talk about a budget that is for the administration staff, which includes everybody in my building. Is it the last, is that all of it, the last all? Is that all?
59.
Through the end? Oh, wait, okay. Perfect.
Goes to page 65.
Okay, so this will be, yeah, like I said, everybody in the administration office, that reports to me, and Christian, to Hugh.
So I can go through them
Yeah,
if you
go
want.
ahead, yep.
So there's governing body, which is this office, minus HR, in-house attorney, and my department accounting. We have licensing, that's kind of a small, I believe that's the alcohol board. We have the employee health clinic, risk management, which is our insurance premiums. We have general administration fees. We also included some welfare and public health administration. We also have Meals on Wheels and the library included in this section.
Right, okay.
And the overall for all of these departments, an increase of $312,000 from last year.
Which is the COLA increases and some software purchases that are
Yes.
annual renewals.
Mm-hmm.
Those are new. What else is included?
So we have also me taking over the Paycor and BSNA software. We have the $50,000 increase in HR due to the tuition reimbursement policy. $66,000 in insurance. We think that's about a 10%. We think it will probably increase.
Health insurance?
No.
Which kind?
No, this is liability, vehicle, and building insurance. And then we have $150,000 in welfare, where this is something Angie and I've discussed. We've got a lot of requests from organizations like the sexual assault.
Yeah.
And
there's all kinds of these, I guess they're called assistants.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel strongly that the county should help support those because they help the whole county.
Mm-hmm.
So we lumped everything to one, but it's like a donation fund, but there's a legit financial budget for it.
This is something Catoosa sends out normally. They'll advertise to, they call it nonprofits in the area and say, hey, if you want to make a budget request, this is the time to do it. So the agencies in our area are used to getting that from Catoosa, and they started asking us. So that is a consideration I think the board should look into, because these organizations do a lot for our county and our citizens.
But we're going to go through an application process too, which I think Catoosa does that.
Mm-hmm.
They still have to, the organization will still have to fill out an application and explain what the money will be used for, and then it will be chosen whether they get it or not. So that's why it's not by name of organization, it's just a pool of money that we're pulled from. And when it's gone, it's gone. Now, let's go back to tuition reimbursement.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't spent $50,000 this year. This was the first year that policy was new.
Correct, because we haven't had a full year of the policy being in place.
Okay. Do you feel like the activity, I'm sorry, we haven't had this particular conversation. Do you feel like the activity of it so far, maybe half year, is going to warrant $50,000?
I think we went on based on how many the allowable.
Yeah.
How many?
5 or 10.
I think it's like 12 people, $5,000 or something like that.
5. That's where I was getting the 5.
And,
Yeah.
and we got 10,000 already in there.
Okay.
So I think that we're budgeting for the max. We don't have to.
Yeah, that may be one
because-
place we need to reduce some
Yes, the max they can request and how many applicants max, so.
Yeah.
We definitely could go down on that.
We had a person, sheriff's deputy do it, and one of our own staff do it, I believe. So two, since you guys approved that budget, or that policy, rather. So I think that may be an area that we'll want to reduce down, so, okay, thank you for that.
And then the library, them $390,000 annually, they're requesting $415.
This is all the libraries.
The three.
Yeah, Chickamauga, Lafayette, and Rossville, yeah.
So that's just basically cost of living for them then?
Yeah, just a 4% increase.
So no staffing changes,
Nope.
And in this budget, we do have our lawyer budgeted for in-house, but.
it's a vacant position right now. That's correct.
We're-
It's budgeted.
We are budgeting for that vacant position,
Okay.
yes.
Yes.
I would want to look at moving the legal fees we have out of that and putting it in the law fund. It does say in-house attorney, but I think that should be changed, just to be legal, fees or something like that, legal department. And moving all the outside counsel that we use, those fees there, in the future.
That's just
That's not,
cleaning it up.
that's not budgeted here currently.
Yeah, and it's mainly cleaning it up to where it's not an outside expense. It looks like it's an outside expense now, but it's not. It's truly in-house.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes it a little easier to see that that's legal. That's what that expense is.
Yeah.
And not have 100,000 extra in the governing body when that's not.
Not true. Yeah.
It's better represented.
Do y'all have any questions? Want to know any more detail about that?
No, ma'am, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, Christian.
Of course.
Can we
Let's
slide
see.
another one in?
I think we've slid a lot in today. So I don't want to steal from anybody in the future. Let's see, we could go down and see if there's anything here that we will not cover.
Well, since I was gone for a few minutes, and y'all thought about things that was said while I was gone, do you have any additional questions? You want to go back in time and talk about something else that you already talked about that maybe wasn't as clear, or you've thought about it now? Okay.
I think we did discuss Mountain Cove Farms.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we mentioned that earlier.
No, Christian told me that
Just
was
walk
covered,
through that,
and Curtis's budget was covered.
yeah. Yes.
What else was covered while I was gone?
Carlin.
Blake,
I saw Blake.
Sarah
I saw
Kruger.
Sarah's okay. Is
Yeah,
there
all
any
her.
issues with
That's
Sarah?
No.
Okay.
And then Payne and John, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything on here that will not be covered.
We discussed charging a fee to rent the pavilion with
Oh,
Sarah.
Adventure Acres.
Oh, okay.
Adventure Acres,
Yeah.
And then she mentioned food trucks. That would be a good revenue source.
Would.
Looking at making them get some sort of temporary license to set up there.
Okay.
Would be pretty good.
Yeah. We gotta get it fully open before we expand it anymore.
Yes, that is true.
Please.
Get it working.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll talk about historic preservation, but there's no change there. Still funding $10,500. The county agent, I don't believe that is on here. So this is going to be, it's just an increase of $2,800. It's really just the contract for the employees. I think there's one that the school system pays that we refund. And that fee's going up because the school system's charges are going up on salaries. So
That's the 4-H position.
yeah. So there's,
Then Wade's position is jointly funded by the county and the state. Right?
yes. I believe he was saying in the meeting that when Wade retires, it might be hard to fill that position at the salary.
Is he
So
planning on retiring?
75% sure he'll retire at the end of this year. That's what he told me yesterday. But there is a very good person interested in applying. I've already talked to him.
Oh, I didn't realize it was open. Thank you. Have you met Caleb? He was the one that came and spoke. He's the Catoosa.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah,
the
he's
Catoosa
working.
County agent. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. He came in and talked to us about it. I can go ahead and talk about the other financing uses. On page 3, we have a 60% increase in that, and that is going to be 911, fire, and transit. So that's the portion that the general fund has to pay.
No, let me catch up.
Sorry.
Page 3?
Yes.
Okay, I'm way backwards then. I'll have page 3. Yes,
Yes.
all right, I'm good.
So it's the last line, and it's other financing uses. And the breakdown for that is transferring out to other funds to fund those. 911, I believe, you have that pulled up? Can you pull that up for me? The fire is like $2 million that the general fund is having to kick in, which we did discuss earlier about looking at the public safety fee. The transit system, which we'll talk with her soon, is about $800,000 that the county will have to put in, and 911 is that. So it's 814 for transit, 2.3 for fire, and 700 for 911.
That's money that comes out of the general fund to keep that department
Yeah,
running.
to fund the rest of the department that the special revenue does not fund.
Mm-hmm.
So 911 we receive, I should have touched just on this when we were talking about Curtis's, but on 911 we receive 911 fees from phones, and you pay us your phone bill, it's on there.
Right.
And so those funds aren't enough to pay for our 911 center. So that's the difference we have to kick in. We do provide 911 for the whole county, all the cities. We dispatch for all of them as well. So,
Run those numbers again for me. So we give the fire department
365,
okay,
then 700 even for 911,
okay,
then 814 for transit.
okay, thank you. Are those numbers based on historical information you guys are looking at?
Yes.
How are you coming up with those numbers?
Yes, that's historical, and that's with the increases that are being asked.
Being asked for, okay.
Blake's asking for non-firefighters. It was the increase of 800,000.
Yeah.
So that's why that increased. The 911, their salaries and a few other things have increased about I think it was 180,000. So that's the reason why that one increased. And then transit, we're looking at trying to see how we can make that more efficient and produce more revenue. And I think we're going to look at our fees soon.
Okay.
And operating times.
We haven't talked to her yet. She
will be here.
Yeah, okay. But y'all talked about Curtis already, or that
Yeah.
911 budget, or
Yeah, do you want to go?
what was the discussion of that? Y'all don't mind? We have a few minutes. If you don't mind to catch me up on that discussion.
Yeah, we can go back. So Curtis's starts on page 9, and 911 starts on page 11. So the increase for 911 was 181,000 in this request, and like I stated before, salaries, personnel increased by about 5% here, and then EMA increased 42%, and IT increased about 4%.
Why such a large increase in EMA?
Let's pull that and look.
What page?
10.
Okay.
Somebody's 10.
Yes. So salary and wages, there's a $56,800 increase, and a portion of that is there are only 2 people in that department. It's the director of all 3, which is Curtis, and then Eric. He is I don't know exactly what his title is.
He, emergency management. He's got a long title.
Yeah. And a portion of his salary is grant funded. We get a reimbursement grant for that. I think about $15,000 to $20,000.
Yeah.
So there was an increase there, and
Large increase in
there is a
911.
large increase in the defined benefits. So both of those employees are on the pension. And since we have so little employees on the pension, there was a huge spike in cost to the departments that have employees on the pension.
Did Curtis's increase get split between the 3 departments?
It
that
did.
He's over?
Yes.
Okay. Did anybody else in this team get increases besides Eric?
Jackie, and I think Mark's was just a step increase. I don't think it was
Okay.
much in IT. And then I don't have the numbers for 911, but I think there was a more of across the board COLA about 5%.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I
Just
think is
doing
what he-
high math, yeah. Okay. Okay,
Anything else on that?
I'll
Luana?
come back to that, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. Snyder,
How you doing, Andy?
welcome.
Hey. 21.
Mark
Bobby-
Feasy.
Bobby Snyder.
Nice to meet you.
And you know Mr. Pittman?
Yeah, I know Randy.
Okay, good, all right. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Page 21.
Page 21, we're diving right in to,
Turn this ringer off.
So there were a lot of requests in here for Bobby's budget that were
let's say what it is. What is Bobby's budget title?
the highways, streets, admin. So basically, the road
Yeah.
department is what it's commonly referred to as.
Okay, yeah.
There was a lot of capital requested,
Mhm.
and I think that would be better fit for SPOS expenditures.
Yep.
We do have a lot of SPOS funds in the new cycle set aside for equipment.
I got one of these. I can hand them out that
Of course.
pinpoints a lot of the stuff that I've kind of got in the budget. I think it's too good.
Yep. So, Christian, did you move any money from Bobby's budget because we know it's going to go to SPOS?
Yeah, so there was 1.2 pretty much of just capital equipment request. And then $200,000 was for special projects. Due to this being shifted to the responsible departments
Yeah.
needing to take the budget on for that. So Bobby and his team have done a lot of great projects at the Civic Center. They did the rock work around the pickleball courts and it looks fantastic. But those expenses should really be pushed out onto those departments. So
Yeah.
I think that was in his original request, so we removed that.
Okay, good, okay. So let me catch up, Mr. Veazey and Mr. Pittman, real quick. So last October, as a recap for you, last October, I moved Carlin Bowers from being the director of the road department and created a department for him by himself. He is strictly over paving, guardrails, bridges, GDOT stuff, and other big special projects that we have. Bobby assumed the main role as the director of the road department fleet themselves. The road department staff themselves. So that happened in October. So some of this is what Christian was referring to, that we had to move some money around, so it makes it look a little odd because of that. So that's
Yeah, so before when you look at FY25, you're looking at the budget for both Carlin's and Bobby's budget because they were combined in the past.
yeah, but just about a month of it, really. Right?
No, so the 26 is with them split. Anything before, which is 25, 24,
I see what you're
is
saying.
combined.
My
both.
bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So excuse me.
So you have to kind of take out 300,000 out of actuals because that's what
Out
we
of
moved.
26s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're looking right now at a personnel increase of 14% and operating increase of 67%. When we talked to Bobby, there were a lot of cost increase. A lot of the asphalt and stuff is increasing, and
Yes.
supplies and materials, and
It is.
it's kind of hard to stay ahead of the game when all these things are increasing. The another expenditure is also that defined benefit. There's some employees on the pension, so that is increasing there.
Bobby, what is your asphalt increase been over this, while the war's been going on?
I'm gonna say it's been about 25 to 30%. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And they had sent us out a memo in December that they was going up 15% in January, and then it gradually goes up more even after they do them increases.
Right.
Rock prices have went up, and I go through rock daily,
Sure.
working on the shoulders and the cross drains.
But we need to anticipate that increase in asphalt for sure, because these oil prices are not going to go down. They're
Nope.
going to go up.
Yeah.
And there we are.
Yeah.
So my brother's in the same business, so that's why I know a little bit
Gotcha.
about that.
There were a lot of things also in here. There's some buildings that are in disarray that need
Yeah.
repaired.
And I've got them noted in these little pamphlets I handed on some of the building repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Can you tell
it's
us-
possible.
Can you tell us about some of those?
Right on the building, my sandbox back there that we keep the salt mixture in for snow and stuff. The roof on it, it's, I'm scared for any of my guys to even crawl up there and try to repair it because it's so rickety that it's liable to fall.
Yeah.
And Carlin, he even advised when he was back there piddling with it one day, looking, he said, Bobby, don't let them get up there. He said, I done been up there. He said, it's in bad shape, but you could see it. And I had a gentleman look at it, and he gave me a price on trying to redo it, and it was like $22,000 working off what we got there. But the biggest thing to do there would be to build a new building. And yeah, a couple of you might be familiar with that Army trailer there that's got the steel building on it. If I can get the time to get it spread across the parking lot so we can see what part of the jigsaw puzzle's there, because all of it I don't believe's there. It's beams and tin. There's a guy, welder Derek Deems, and also Barrett come by and looked, and they said that they would look at the pieces that was there and quote a price on putting our steel building up, and that would be a better structure than what we've got. But what we need, I feel like, is a salt mixture on one side to where it's concreted around to where it ain't going to drain out with the rain, and then a sand and and I forgot the word for that, real fine gravel that we put in the sand.
Yeah.
Screenings. Mix it over in another bin, because on all of our roads we don't need salt. Nickajack needs the salt. Your intersections need it, but on all these little secondary roads, we can do the screenings and sand mixture, and we'll come out a lot cheaper. So I need it in two separate bins so that my guys know where it's at, and they don't load the wrong stuff up. That first snow we got last year, we had a pretty good salt mixture there, and they did what I asked, but a couple of them went a little extensive, and they emptied my sandbox in one snow. And then I was rustling, trying to find somebody to sell us more, and we almost didn't get it because they were sending everything up north, and they wasn't selling down south. And finally, I got with a contractor that we've dealt with over the years, and he reached out, and he bought it from a place in Illinois that I'd reached out to, and they said they couldn't sell it to me, but all of a sudden I've got a load coming through him from there. I'm like, imagine that.
They didn't like you, Bobby.
But we ended up getting what we need. But I'm wanting, I hadn't filled it back up this right now because that building needs work, and we'd have to unload it to fix it. So I'm wanting to get that repaired and fixed so that we can get it stocked back up before winter. And we need that stocked up.
So your options are either redoing the roof on one building or building this metal building?
Yes.
Okay.
Or if somebody can price like a pole barn structure, that'll work as long as we get the walls right around the bottom where the bucket is pushing. Put treated 2x6s down at the bottom so when they're pushing up, that it's not pushing through the tin. I believe that would work also.
Okay.
It's just options. That's why I've got so much overture in Aston on money, is that and equipment. We talked about Great All back in December, and I've reached out to them again, and they said they're like 560,000 now. So they went up 60,000 from what we was. I've got tractors. I've got tractors dated back to 2015. That's got anywhere from 5,500 to 7,500 hours on them, and I'm needing to replace at least 2 of them, and maybe donate one of them to the farm instead of just getting rid of it. So he'll have an upgraded one down at Mountain Cove Farm. The dump trucks, I could use 2 more of them to get the road crew back, and I'm talking single axles, not the tandems. I could use 2 more tandems, but we can get by with the Kenworths for now. But on the single axles, if we got 2 more of them, the oldest ones we got on them are the 22s, and then the others are 24s. So that would get us in a good fleet on the single axle. We'd have 6 of them. That'd be 3 dump trucks per road crew then. And sometimes you got to have it like that. You can't run off just 2 all the time.
But again, a lot of these purchases can go through SPLOST.
Probably. I'm not real familiar with all the splosh because me being new in this, the last 7 months. But I know how some of it is, but not all of it.
So the equipment can go through SPLOST?
Okay.
I wasn't aware of that either. I thought it was
Yeah.
just infrastructure.
Yeah, anything that's a capital, that's considered a capital. I'm sorry, were you going to say something?
We have a special capital line item on the SPLOST that's for a road department's equipment.
Excellent.
I don't know exactly what the number is off the top of my head.
That was my next question. What's our number?
We might need to know that. Yeah, let me go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bobby, I see on the bottom line there, you got training needs to be done. What kind of training are you guys?
We're sending them to CEL classes now that you're involved with and helped. And I need the chainsaw classes and the flagging classes, and they charge to come up and do them classes for our guys. I've got it itemized in the other budget part here.
Have you reached out to our county agent about the chainsaw class?
I hadn't yet, because when you had mentioned that to me here several weeks back, we've been so covered up with all this other stuff. I ain't had a chance to reach out. Yeah.
But you don't need any blue card.
They all do blue card testing also. Every one of them that is out there, when we do the blue card class, they all take it. So yeah, all my guys are blue card certified.
Okay. So if you need that
What is a
training,
blue card?
It's
That's-
environmental.
soil erosion.
Yeah.
Anybody working on roads, water lines, it's just silt fences and retention ponds and training you up on the best management BMPs, best management practices for those. Something that a lot of county employees hold just for erosion purposes. And the Coosa River Soil and Water Conservation Group does those regularly. So I'll continue to forward you those emails about that.
Bobby, how many folks in your department? How many personnel do you have?
Right now I've got 29. I had up to 32, but I've lost
That was going to be my next question. What's optimum personnel wise in your world? 32?
32 men, because I've lost a few here in the last few months.
Okay.
And one of your employees is not for you, it's at the Cove, right?
Yeah, one of mine that's under my budget, he works for Mountain Cove Farm.
Mm-hmm.
He's not at the road department. He's down there.
What does he do down there?
Take care of the farm, mows, sets the rentals up, and cleans them, and anything that needs done as far as repairs down there.
Sure.
It's Cole Stevens is the one that takes care of all that down there, but he's listed under my payroll.
Okay.
He does a good job down there.
He does a real good job. And then a lot of my side money that's went out has been on the special projects that she was mentioning earlier, that where they split me and Carlin, but that should be kind of separated out this round because it's going to be worked in the budget, I guess. But I lost a lot doing stuff of that nature. When we did, my Tire Road, that'll probably still continue to be one of mine. But it was through Carlin and Curtis, but we spent right at $25,000 on rock up there, not counting man hours. That was a lot of rock going up in there. So that dwindles you supply down a little bit when you're working.
The special projects.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we started making the separate budget for the condemnations, because the road department's doing a lot of work on there. So,
This is 25, this is
And-
the current one.
yeah, I haven't updated that.
And my payroll, well, really not the payroll because it's still the same, but gas and stuff has increased there where we started working Fridays also when we was working Monday through Thursday. We
Right.
still do, but now we got half of my men that works Tuesday through Friday to have people out there on the 5 days. But,
Excuse my ignorance, but does your department handle mowing?
Yes,
Y'all do the mowing?
we do the
Okay.
shoulder mowing, yeah.
But, in the board, we're currently working on, a contract with somebody to spray the grass.
We did get a bid on that, and I reviewed the bids, and I accepted the gentleman that had the lowest one on that. And then he come back and said that he only thought that he was bidding on one side of the road. I mean, every road's got two sides. And so he said, but what it was, he had called back, because all of them can, once it's over, and get the bids of everybody's. And he seen what everybody else had bidded, and he bumped up right under their bid. And I don't like doing that kind of business.
That's
I've
not
never
really
done that
I
business.
don't like that one bit.
So even if we do go back out and bid it, I'd rather use somebody different.
Surely concur.
And to answer the question before, it's $4 million in the 26 splost for vehicles and equipment for public works.
Okay.
The other
And then-
page you just got is the current splosh, we call it the 2020 splost. And Christian does a good job keeping it updated for me, so that number that you're seeing on the 2025 is not up to date.
Yeah.
Because it moves all the time.
Mhm.
But the other page, it looks a little different, is the 2026 splosh.
Mhm. So that shows actual cost
Yeah.
and what's left in those.
Right.
And like I've told the board, there will be some excess funds from collecting more than projected at the beginning of the SPLOST due to changes in sales tax and inflation.
And we've turned our litter crew over to the sheriff's department. It's still under me. I still have to furnish the van, the maintenance, and I have to buy their lunches, and all the fuel and everything, but, and their supplies, gloves, the picker-uppers, the bags. But, there's a deputy that drives it now. That way, none of my people get into any kind of issues with it, because it's so easy to get in a situation with inmates and county workers
No way.
that I don't want that in my department.
No, you don't.
So we went to the
Walk that off.
sheriff, yeah.
Okay.
But I still have expenses on that side, and it's itemized in my other that y'all will have.
Okay.
And that expense is itemized here.
Yes, sir. It should be.
It's probably part of
Under
the
litter
salary.
crew,
Yeah. This is not the same as what you've got there, but
is it because it's itemized?
I'm showing $13,500 in just food, and then not counting the gloves and stuff. That's for the gas for the van. It's 5,600. Gloves 120.
They don't have that
Yes.
itemization though.
We do.
Yeah.
It's under operating disposal roadside litter pickup
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
on page 21.
Yep.
And
oh,
then,
okay, I'm on the wrong thing.
Okay.
Thought I added it to.
You got it at $30,000.
Okay.
Christian.
And most of my figures I either added 10% or 15%, depending on what it was, like the rock and the asphalt. I went up 15% on the figures, which I don't even know if that'll be enough. But,
Not for the asphalt.
and what am I at on my percentage right now on my budget? Is that it down here?
No, so this is your increase right now,
Okay.
is 76%.
Cause I know I'm
Last
probably
year.
pushing over at a midpoint, but everything that we're doing is on the county roads.
I understand.
It's hard to put a estimate on how much you're gonna do on a county road in a whole year, on any of them. Because you never know when you're gonna have a water main from the water company blow out and it takes half your road out. And then they're there fixing, but then we still have to finish up.
Yeah.
So there's all kind of things that happen on our side that is unforeseen.
Do you have a crew that goes out and cleans up the deer that have been hit? Is that you?
That's us too. I just call anybody that I've got available.
One on 27 been there for about 3 days. Great big old.
Well, now
Go.
on any of the numbered highways, that's the state.
Oh boy. She'll
Yeah.
be there a while.
And yeah, the state don't pick them
She's
up.
been
They
there
drag
about a
them to the
week now.
side.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right in the middle of it, that way.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Bless her heart. She got crushed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I made a wrong comment just a second ago. It's a 29% increase, and the total increase right now is 926. If you look at this top section of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this one's totaling.
Okay.
This didn't total right at the bottom. I apologize. On 22. But the top is correct. On 21.
Christian, what are your numbers as compared to Bobby's numbers?
I'm sorry.
What are your numbers that you?
So before, Bobby was requesting an additional 1.47 over this
Okay.
900.
Okay.
And that's due to a lot of the SPOS expenditures and the
Sure.
special projects,
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
of course.
Mr. Hart?
I'm good.
Okay. Mr. Pittman?
I'm good. Bobby's budget eats up a lot of the overall budget.
Yeah. It's typical though, because that's the highest expense that we have in our services that we provide, other than the fire department, which is a different,
And sheriff.
and sheriff, yeah.
And that's the most phone calls I get already.
Oh, goodness.
Oh yeah. And in food line.
And in what?
And I was in the food line. I was in the bread aisle. I had 6 people come at me about roads.
You will learn to not go to food line
I
anymore.
Drink up water. I was like, I'm not even in office yet.
If you walk in anywhere with this logo on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
Bobby,
pick
do
you
you
out.
have anything else you want to share about your budget or your staff?
I believe that's pretty much got me covered. That's on the sheets that I had.
And you also pay for the food for the inmates that are at the
Yeah.
fleet department.
Oh, yeah. Well, not their food.
The inmates?
Trent does their food,
Oh, okay.
but I furnish all their drinks.
Drinks.
Yeah. Cause they'll go out and buy them burgers or pizza or whatever, and then they'll come back there and sir, can we get some drinks?
Oh, okay.
So we furnish their drinks, ever how many they are. And I'll even give them, not just at lunch, I'll give them one through the day too if they want it. I mean, they're there working. I mean, what's a 75-cent Coke, you know?
Well, thank you
Yeah,
for
that's-
being so prepared.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. But I think if we're all finished with
Okay.
roads and highways, we'll let you go back. So,
Thank you, Bobby.
Okay.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
It's good to meet you.
Could you use any of that stuff from on that safety gear?
Not yet.
But you look through it?
I've looked through every bit of it and I made a list of what it was.
Okay, yeah.
And my new guys, the 2 new ones I got, they'll be 2 of the new ones that get some of it.
Okay, yeah.
Because all my other guys have got most of that stuff. So they were all coming, oh, wow, new stuff. And I said, you ain't getting that. You already got that. This is for
Okay.
new people.
Oh, good. Maybe that'll help.
Keeping me from having to buy.
Yeah, that's right.
And also, so I forgot, I keep trucks out of these sales we do. like the sheriff's department and fire department when they did these sales. I've kept some vehicles out of that utilizing so that I'm not spending money on vehicles. I've kept like 4 trucks, I think. But I try not to spend unless I have to. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Is Amanda here? We may. I guess we could discuss Justin's. I don't think he is going to attend today. He is on page 25. I don't think he is.
Oh, there's the man who just walked in.
Well, then never mind. It's the second time this happened. We're going to go back to Amanda's sharp shot on 23.
Are we ready for Amanda?
Yes, we are.
Okay, come on in. Would you introduce yourself?
Hi,
Hi there.
This is
Marcus.
I'm Mark Beasy.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
And you know Randy Pittman? So you have
I know,
District 1 and District 2.
starting in January.
Starting January.
Okay.
Yeah. You know Mr.
Well,
Hart.
I'm still here.
You're still here, so am I.
It's all good.
Must be doing something right, huh?
Maybe.
Christian's going to lead us off with Amanda, who's over the
So
trans.
we've had a lot of very productive meetings with Amanda. Annette has worked very closely with her on looking at her numbers because the general fund funding $800,000 of transit. I feel like we could really reduce that number and work on it and try to make it better. So currently, the proposed increase is $65,000 more in expenses. That is due to mostly operating changes. So we have moved capital to small equipment because we're looking at purchasing some cameras, right?
Yes.
And that is funded already with grant money from the TTFP funds. So that is kind of a net, it'll wash out, they'll pay for itself, but we do have to include that expense in the budget. And the revenue for that is up here in, I believe it's in intergovernmental revenue at the top. So not many changes other than that. Yes, we're looking at purchasing some buses, and we pay 10% of that cost. Is it right? The state
Correct. The state
pays
pays
10, and then the
yes,
the
and we
federal-
pay 10. Yes, and the federal does 80.
we are looking, and you've been requesting those for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and we haven't purchased them yet. But
Well, they haven't
gotta
been
wait.
available yet.
yeah, we have to wait for the.
The state decided they're ready to pick up.
But we do have some identified to pick up once they're ready.
Well, if they ever get ready, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we're on the list to get some.
Yes,
Well, that's what I'm
yes.
saying, yeah, okay. And so, when I first got this job, I didn't know anything about transit. And it's really neat what they do, so, I don't know do y'all understand it all? No? So Amanda and them furnish transportation, to anybody in the county for how much a ride, tell me again?
It's $4 one way.
$4 one way. And that's if it's from Villanelle to Rock City, or if it's from Naomi to Lafayette,
Yes.
it's the same, yeah.
Yes.
How many employees do you have?
19.
And they all have buses, or no? Some of those are
We have
office staff?
16 buses. Some are office staff.
And so most of your clients are people that need to go to medical appointments.
Right now, most of them are employment and non-medical trips.
Okay.
I think about 42% of what we do right now is just medical.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
that's
do
what,
employment.
I'm sorry, Ms.
Go ahead. No.
You and I had a conversation about maybe we lessen those trips and we have a different look on the transit service. So we maybe gear it more toward people who can't get to their medical bit. I love employment. I like the employment thing, but the non-employment, the non-medical, like going to Walmart to go grocery shopping. If it's an elderly person, they can't drive. I see that. But I think I want to dive into a little bit deeper and see exactly who is using it, because it's costing us a lot of money to run it. I don't want to take a service away. That's not what I'm trying to
Right.
say. It's more about the efficiency of the service being there. Because other counties that do it, we have a wide service. Like it's
Yes.
a
Yes.
broad service, and other counties don't have that broad of a service. So maybe something in the future to look at.
Yes, we have some clients that just for a one-way trip, if they're just going to the VA, that's an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and 30 minutes that I'm tying up one bus, one way, just because
One
the
person.
traffic, one
And
person,
fuel.
and then the fuel. But, you can't, they still need to get there. So we just need to look at ways to make it, I guess, more cost-effective in a way. Not really make money, but make it to where, right now we're doing about 2,000 trips a month. That's give or take some, but most of those are employment or non-essential trips. Whereas if they call and they need something and we can't always provide those medical trips, we're having to ask people to reschedule because, the demand is there.
So it's almost
But-
treated like a Carter service, like
Yes.
like a bus service in a city,
Mhm.
and that's not what it's for. So really, people who aren't going to their employment, while I appreciate they're going to employment, they might need to find a different way of going there. They may have to find a different route.
So many
Because-
do we pick up in Rossville and take to Roper?
No,
Do
we
you
no
know that?
longer have the, what was called the Roper route.
So that's no more.
Well, we do transport to Roper. Right now, we went from about, after that fizzled out, we went to about 10 individuals, and right now I think we have one. And that comes from Roper. At that time, Roper was reimbursing us for these trips. These individuals wasn't paying for their own ride. Roper was. So when these individuals had to start paying for their own way to get back and forth, a lot of them just decided they either used their vehicle that was parked at Hardee's and drove themselves, and that's what we run into a lot with the county with us because it's a lot cheaper for them to use our service, $8 to go to Chattanooga and back versus if you're using your own vehicle.
And we have a federal grant that flows to the state that funds, I believe, 315,000, something like that,
Yes.
of the transit. And so before I even started, I had talked to somebody, and they said that Roper route could endanger the grant. So we definitely don't want to lose federal funds there. So something we needed to. But them calling and coming and just having the scheduled route is not a good thing for transit grants.
And all your buses go out every day, all 16?
With an exception, we've got one that's down right now.
Okay.
So all 15 go out every day. We operate from 6 a.m. Well, we have somebody who comes in at 5:30 to still get those few that were at Roper that needed to be there by 6:30. But all buses do operate every day.
And what time do you stop operating?
Well, the last bus is in by 5:30 at the latest.
So Annette has done a great analysis of timing and the fees that we're charging, because we currently charge $4 one way. Looking at changing the pricing for non-medical trips,
I agree.
and maybe some veteran discounts and stuff like that. But I think that's something we'll probably bring to the board soon.
Yes.
Yeah,
to get that
we have
changed.
it almost in the final stage. We just need the blessing. So we would like to review it with you before we put it in
Sure.
the board.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much structured as a little financial overview, and then a lot of comes from Amanda's operational things that she's tracking, which is absolutely excellent. And that was a lot of playground for me because she has a lot of data, so that's nice. So we kind of structure it as and there's also a proposal to what we would like to see from the data that it shows, what we would like the changes to be, and then for your discussion to make some decisions for us and see what you want to do with this.
Good.
And then let me ask you this: I don't know how you track it, but since the Food City in Rossville's closed down, have you added more grocery trips for people? Are they using that to just go to the grocery store?
So a lot of our clientele in the area will utilize the Walmart they can get their prescriptions, they can get their hair done, they can get off at Walmart and walk to the other stores in the location. We didn't really take a whole lot of our clientele to the Food City. Most of the Rossville people usually, I guess if they lived in the area, probably walked to and from. Most of the clients from that area go to the Walmart because they can utilize it for multiple things and not just the shopping, the grocery shopping.
So once the Food City closed down, you're carrying them to Walmart now
Yes.
Yeah. in Fort Oglethorpe.
And can
Yeah,
you
that's a
touch
lot.
on your trips of out of state? Because I think
Yeah,
an
that's
important point as well.
out of state and out of,
So
County.
we do. We go into Chattanooga for medical only. That was something that was prior to my existence with the county, but we needed that because we didn't have a hospital. We didn't have now we have sports medicine. Now we have the skin cancer. We can do cancer treatments. There's a hospital on Battlefield Parkway, and there's a lot of doctor's offices on Battlefield Parkway. We go into Chattanooga a lot for medical, and that usually entails sometimes we'll just have to leave a bus sitting in Chattanooga to wait for because what they do is they say, I've got to be at the doctor at 10. So we put as many people as we can on that one bus going from Lafayette to Chattanooga. And then we try to leave one or two in the area so that they don't have to wait. We don't like for our clients to wait over 30 minutes to go back home. Some have medical conditions to where they can't. That's always something you got to put into play when you're trying to figure out who's picking up who. But we take a lot of people into Chattanooga. We're going to Chattanooga for eyeglasses because that's a medical. You see what I'm? So I think that if we utilize that Battlefield Parkway corridor a lot more, we could probably cut back on a lot of the Chattanooga trips.
all the way over to Shallowford, right?
We go to Shallowford. We go to the VA on Shallowford, but I understand they need that.
Yeah.
It is a long way. They need that, but sometimes they're there 3 or 4 hours. So we just. It's a lot sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all keep it all.
It's not the same. There's no 2 days the same. It's the best way to do it is like a puzzle. If today I had 2 buses that the air went down in, so we had to move those clients onto other buses. So it's a lot. And then when then you got to factor in, okay, Mr. Jones has oxygen. His tank will only last X amount of hours, or this wheelchair is so big it don't go into this bus. So there's a lot that goes into play.
Yeah, Amanda does a great job. How long have you been in your role now?
In my
4 years?
role,
Yeah.
probably 4 years. With the county, 13.
Were you with Transit before you were the manager, weren't you?
Yes.
I thought-
I started out as a driver,
that's what I thought.
part-time driver.
Look at you now.
Look at me now.
How the heck did I get here?
Because Angie begged her 4 years ago.
That's what I say every day. Who is guilty for this?
Mhm.
Is there anything else we need to say about transit from the budget side, or anything you want to share with the board?
We're always there. If y'all want to learn more, we are open and willing to take any input that you may have.
They are located in the same parking lot vicinity as the shop and Bobby's Road Crew, just in the back of it. So, yeah, drop by anytime.
Wonderful.
Okay. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate what you
No
do.
problem.
I
You're
know it's a
welcome.
lot.
Yep, we're about 30
Talk to you
minutes
soon.
ahead of schedule here. So you want to take a bathroom break? Can we do a bathroom break real quick? I
Absolutely.
think that would be great.
Let's take about a 5-minute break then.
Yeah, that's a good
Let
thing.
me see.
All right, we are back in session. This is our budget workshop, and we are on to our fleet maintenance department, but we do not have our director with us today, so just, which is Justin Luce. But Christian and I will do the best we can to fill it in.
And it's page 25 in your book. This should be the next page from the one we were just at. Yep. Some of the appointments got moved around, so that's why we'll have to jump around, but we tried to keep it consistent.
Turning pages.
So just a background, the maintenance and shop, they work on all our equipment and vehicles unless the department decides to outsource. And then that expense is charged back to that department. So they are expensing out stuff and we do a journal entry to move that expense to those various departments. So you'll see some large credit backs. So there is $350,000 in repairs. Now this does include labor for working on those vehicles. And then down at the bottom, we have fuel as a reimbursement out. So anytime a county vehicle goes and gets fuel, that it'll be billed out to them at the rate that we purchased it. Currently, their fiscal year 27 budget is $917,600, and that's an increase of $183,500. I think we went through and tried to true up. Justin hadn't been here all of last year, so we were trying to field how much that would cost and get a real accurate budget. And I feel like this budget is a little closer to accurate than we've been in the past. Personnel is increasing by 9%, I believe. Do you mind looking and see if there was a extra position or? I think so. Last year we had Blake had an employee working on their equipment, and I think since the relationship's gotten better at the fire department and the garage, they've been sending a lot of vehicles back to the garage to work on, and so that's increased the demand for them to add a new person, which I don't think they added. I think they just increased the accreditation.
Yeah,
correct?
They didn't add staff.
They did.
They
changed the position to a level 3. I think.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
But Blake still has his
He does still have
general
his guy.
maintenance guy under him, and his
Yes.
major stuff he's saying go back to the shop.
That's right.
Okay, that's what.
Because his guy doesn't have a lift, and doesn't have the heavy equipment, and is by himself, so he can't do a whole lot. So.
Okay. Yep.
That's the current situation. Yes.
I'm glad to hear that's working.
Well, that's debatable, but it's okay.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. That's right.
He's asking for $30,000 in building improvements. You have to forgive me. I had his budget meeting early on, so I don't remember exactly all that he told me for his request. I guess there's some repairs that need to be done to the shop entrance, or
Well, he's got a lift that he wants to move around, and he wants to buy another some larger piece of equipment like that. Like it's I forgot. I wish he was here. I can't speak for
And
him.
we
But
do
as far
have.
as his building maintenance goes, though, all the work's been done on his building, so I don't know what he needs done over there. So
Extra, so we could probably
Yeah.
remove
I
that.
just need to talk to him about that. It could fall under either Stacy's maintenance, general facilities maintenance, or it may be a SPLOST capital improvement.
We do
to talk to him about that.
have a section in our SPLOST specifically for this department. It's the one that says Gen Transport on the current SPLOST. We have about
On the current one.
$90,000 left in that SPLOST. So that is
What line
for
are you looking at? Oh, 18,
19.
19?
But we just did some work to the shop
Here, Mark,
there
keep it going.
to include the heat and air.
And that may
Lost money, right?
Oh, yeah.
that may have ate into this. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
because I think we're a little bit behind on maybe
This-
a month above that number.
this is just for capital equipment though, so that wouldn't be eligible under that line item. That would go to line item 17, which is the capital improvement.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
So,
But that 17, we're using it for the courthouse,
so we
your
could,
building.
No, my building's separate.
Separate.
Act-
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you're
it's
right,
that money's
yeah.
out.
so we
Yeah.
could reduce that 90,000 by saying, well, we paid for it up here, so you don't need the full 90,000
budget.
to increase your equipment. So,
Right. Yeah, I just need to find out from him what he's thinking.
what
about.
that 30,000 is.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Did all the departments put in a COLA increase?
Yes.
Okay.
3% is what I put in. Some departments did request more.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff's Department and a few other elected officials chose a different amount. So Curtis had done a 5% on his.
Excuse me.
Is there any questions? Are there questions from the board for Mr. Luce? He has, how many people does he
Do you
have?
want to pull it up, the amount of people?
Hold on, please.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's fully staffed, no open positions. He's gotten 2 diesel mechanics hired recently, which was desperately needed. And I think he's got a pretty good crew over there, pretty stout.
Are any of the guys in the shop ASC certified?
He is, I think Gabe is, I think 1 or 2, yes.
And then the guy that works for Blake,
Oh, Shrimp is.
he's got some type of certification for the fire truck. Is that right?
He got that after he got moved into that position, yeah.
And he works.
It's just for the
and
fire
He
trucks.
works independently for fire and rescue, but he works out of the
Nope,
maintenance shop.
he works under Blake.
He works under Blake, but he works at the shop.
No.
No.
He works at one of the.
He's kind of mobile.
The main
Yeah, he goes around and can work on
He's
stuff.
got a
From
spot
fire
at the main
hall to fire
office.
hall.
Yeah, okay.
There are 11 employees.
That's what I thought of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Including Justin.
Yes,
And Trent, who is his manager.
Between Justin and Trent.
Correct, yeah.
and the parts guy. So
Yeah, Chris, yeah.
there are 8 people working.
In the base,
Mhm.
right. Okay. All right, well, we'll just move on if there's no other questions for that particular
Well,
department.
I don't know.
Thank you. We will find out more.
I don't want to take
information
another long break. What do we?
about that. Oh,
Stacy.
I think I saw Stacy.
He's lurking out.
I saw
Okay,
him.
great. So it's the next page, 27. How are you?
Good.
Good.
We just got, we're a little ahead of schedule.
Oh, we have coffee.
You sit right here, or right there.
Either one.
Stace, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you?
All right.
Good seeing you.
Good to see you, but
You want a copy of this? I need you know.
Mark, we had, just to catch you up real quick, those 2 big pages I gave you.
Yes,
One is the current 2020 SPOS, and
Right.
the next one is what's projected for 2026. We've been bouncing back and forth about, that's why I went and copied them. You weren't here when I got them,
Yes,
but that's why
Okay.
they're handy to have.
Yes, very handy.
What did we project for the future things?
Thank
you. You're welcome.
So Stacy is over buildings and maintenance. The current budget in fiscal year 26 is 2.243 million, and the proposed is 2.15. So a reduction of 92 or almost 93,000.
I think a combination of that is that they've done a lot this year, which won't have to be redone. It might have been over budgeted a little bit in the beginning when we had the first budget to go from.
Mhm.
So having a whole year in this budget cycle to see really what's needed, that's where it dropped down. So he's not lost any staff. He's not changing anything like that. Stacey, feel free to add anything you want to. Just a highlight of why that came down. So.
Are you fully staffed, Stacy?
I am.
Okay.
Yes. Got an
Uh,
electrician, got us pretty savvy with plumbing, got a good carpenter. That's my second in command.
Yep.
Y'all familiar with Rick? He runs the crews and takes care of all that kind of stuff.
And then you do the mowing crew
Yes.
too,
I
right?
do the mowing crew. We mow.
Is that included in here?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
That's all the fire stations, all the county buildings,
Mhm.
everywhere.
And
The
it's-
community centers and everything.
It's your cleaning crew too. He has a current cleaning
Yes,
crew.
and then I have
also.
a cleaning staff. I have 4. I've got 1 employee that stays at the tag and tax office. She does that one and the Fairview on Wednesdays. Then I have 3 at this location. I got 2 that does the courthouse, the magistrate, juvenile court, Annex 3, ag building, DAs.
And they do a fabulous
And
job.
this one.
you know,
They do a
and this
fabulous
one as
job.
well.
So,
They're busy.
I know them well.
so
They're
how
great.
many total employees?
13.
13, counting yourself.
No, 14. Count
14.
myself. Yes.
And you utilize Nitra a lot to do your.
Yes,
admin
if it
stuff.
wasn't for Nitra, I don't know how to get through a day.
Yeah.
So she
Well,
really
most
does.
solid directors have either a manager or a secretary, and you
Yes.
don't have that, so.
And I don't even have a actual home.
Home, you have no office.
You don't even have an office to sit
I
in.
don't-
Doesn't have a
my
building.
You're a mobile office.
My
man.
truck is my office.
That's exactly right. That's right.
Homeless.
Yes, I'm
We
home.
kicked him out, when we put in our new medical health professional, Robert Stoltz, Dr. Stoltz, and
Actually,
that,
it's a drug court, actually.
it was.
We was
drug court.
actually taking up all
Where
the
do you
drug
keep
court.
your equipment?
Oh, yeah, you were, that's right.
It's scattered.
It's
I've got
Trucks.
a lot of it in the trucks. We purchased 2 new box trucks, Dodge box trucks with toolboxes, and a lot of it stays on the truck. Like the electrician's off, his equipment stays with him at all times. And he parks at night at the shop,
Yeah.
locked behind the gate. And then Rick drives one truck home, which he has saws, drills, and what have you, nail guns, and everything he keeps locked in his box. The bigger stuff like the table saws, compressors, and what have you, I've commandeered a little bitty hole under Annex 3 where the solicitor used to be.
Yeah.
A little rat hole there. We
Mhm.
keep a lot of our equipment there, and then we have 2 con boxes where drug task force used to have a trailer. I've got 2 con boxes and an 18-wheeler trailer over there that we keep miscellaneous extra 2x4s, this and that,
Doors,
windows, and I mean just
ladders.
exactly, scaffolding, anything else that we need, we lock over there in that area facility over there. So we just kind of jump back and forth here or there.
And a good portion of the move of the 100,000 is taking capital expenditures out of his budget and paying for them, because we've normally been coding them to the SPLOST when we can. And I have a different version of what a capital expenditure is versus the prior accounting staff. So
What's your version?
So $15,000 is the threshold. So anything we purchase for $15,000 or more is a capital asset. And then if we are making a repair versus an improvement of property. And so in the past, any repairs or improvements were kind of lumped together as capital. In my opinion, repairs are not improving the useful life of those vehicles or the buildings. So I don't think they should be capitalized and depreciated.
Okay.
So
I agree with that.
there's been a lot of changes, and I've changed Blake's a lot. We did a budget in it where we moved a lot of capital to small equipment because it's just not, we're not spending $15,000 each item. We're spending $2,000 or $3,000 on items that where the threshold was before we changed it during a board meeting. So
Stacy, tell me again, how many buildings are you responsible for?
Close to 70,
70.
right at 70, yes, sir.
Lunch.
Yes.
And that includes community centers,
Fire
the elected
stations.
officials, the fire station.
Health department.
Health department, DDS.
Senior citizen
Don't forget
building,
about DDS.
yeah, DDS,
DFAX.
DFAX, the senior building,
we do
Tax
voters
assessor's
register,
office.
tax
We do.
assessor,
Georgia State Patrol.
Georgia State
Yeah.
Patrol, that's another one of our facilities.
Whoa. We on the Georgia State
Yep.
Patrol building above the
Where you
fair?
get
Yeah.
less license, oh yes, this is where the patrol officers are,
The
yes,
county owns it?
yes.
Why?
Because we lease it to them.
We lease it to
Because we
them.
lease it to them and make good money. Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, good.
No.
So they need to go up on that. Because that's what
I don't
people,
think we can. I think that was.
I didn't know we owned
No,
it.
because I know
defects.
people
Yeah,
have those
as well.
contracts where they build like those facilities and then put them on long-term leases.
Right.
And a lot of our money goes towards fire suppression Summit. We've got a new company, Summit, we're using, and we had to come in and get everything back up to speed and change over their equipment where they can monitor and what have you. A lot of the expenses come from that as well. So, I mean, we have done a lot of that.
Yeah.
And they
Making
came
our
in,
buildings safer.
yes, they've come in doing an excellent job with that. So I'm working with that right
I
now.
have a question. This may be wrong, but the Civic Center and that campus with DFAX, do you work on those buildings as well, or is
We
that?
do work with Sarah, just like we just went up there and the fire marshals flagged us over the doors. They didn't open out, they opened in when they built it.
Mhm.
So we had to flip those doors, metal doors. That's a pretty good expense up there because we had to have crash bars and all that equipment to go along with it. Plus we put security up there, cameras and what have you. My electrician, Corey, worked with Curtis's crew and we all worked together and got Sarah up to snuff. And then we also did the same thing at the New Adventure Acres We've had to put crash bars and doors and everything
And
up there.
plumbing.
And the plumbing, what have you. I mean, we got our hands in a little bit of everything.
And now we're fixing to put a roof over the defects building, which is
Correct.
a huge building.
Yes.
And those special projects like that ultimately fall under Stacy because he has the buildings under his responsibility, so.
Okay.
Sorry we derailed you.
You're good. No, that was what I wanted. I know they have a maintenance person, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay. That's under their
Richie,
budget. That's
he spends his time between the Rossville Rec, the Adventure Acres, and the Civic Center. And of course, Rossville Rec is probably not going to be with us very much longer. So that'll be taken off of their roster. But
we still have Adventure Acres, right?
yeah, and his team mows the grass around the Rossville Rec,
Coats
Adventure
of
Acres,
America,
Civic Center.
that building up there, Coats of America,
Yeah.
the Ross building.
Yeah.
All up there. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The old health department, we have to take care of
Yeah,
that.
that's right,
That's
I forgot
the
about that.
sheriff's department satellite office, so we take care of that, yes. Stan, I work with him, he works up there as well. He can use my guys, and we try to work together, get his projects moving. If he can't accomplish them, we help him, so.
Stan's great.
Yeah, I like Stan.
And the sheriff's building, you do maintain that?
No, that's what Stan
That's
does,
Stan
but
does
I
that,
do
that's
work
what-
with him. Yeah, whenever I brought Stan in, I had to get him going and get him familiar with everything, but I've worked with
Okay.
him, but I mean, that's what, 5 years ago, so
Yeah.
he's up and running, he's taking care of it on his own. There's very few times that he actually reaches out to me for anything because, I mean, Stan's a good worker.
Sure.
And he's really took it and went with it,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And ultimately, you'll have Hinkle too.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're up there laying flooring today, so it should be opening within, I'd say, the next month or so, I would think. I mean, I think the flooring is probably the last
Another ribbon
project.
cutting.
Yes.
All right, does anybody have any other questions for Stacy?
No.
Appreciate
Good job,
everything else
Stacy.
you
Good job.
say.
Can we meet
Thank you,
tomorrow after lunch and look at that?
We can.
Okay, I'll text you.
Okay.
Just plan on it. Okay. All right. Thanks, Stacy.
I wanna, maybe I can be involved in that too, because I
Okay.
just wanna make sure that I understand his priority list.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't,
We're just gonna go look at the
Yeah.
primary health number. Yeah. No.
you're not scheduling anything.
No.
Just- Yeah,
No, just trying to get Stacy to look at it and see what we need to do before we sub out anymore.
okay, good deal.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you go with
Stacy.
us. Yeah.
Appreciate that. I hadn't been in there a while anyway, so I
Okay.
didn't refresh my.
We'll go after lunch tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay, good.
thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
Stacy.
Appreciate
Thanks, Stace. All right. See you, buddy.
All right, let's see.
I don't think. Give
Oh,
me a
Stacy was the
second.
last one.
No, we
Danielle.
Danielle.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Just 1 second. if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead. Danielle Montgomery,
Oh, okay.
from tomorrow to today. I don't know why she needed to come today, but we have time for her, so.
I haven't asked if Danielle can come a little early.
Okay,
I think we take another break unless there's something else you wanted to.
yeah, we can take a break, that's fine. Joe is not in here to,
Yeah,
oh, there he is.
Yeah, he is.
We're hiding in a
Yeah, he's not
corner.
here. He's over chilling.
All right, we're gonna
It's the
take a,
headphones.
we'll take a 10-minute break this time, and we're in break, sorry, thanks. Hello, welcome back. We are back in our budget workshop and we're welcoming Danielle Montgomery from the Elections Bureau Department. Thank you for being here today. Thank you.
And her budget will start on page 34. I'll get you a copy real quick.
Thanks.
What we're looking at. Oh, there's your 2 pages. So on your budget consists of elections and a separate department for poll workers.
That's true.
And I need to do a little work on actuals or switch to Paycor. I haven't been charging the poll workers out properly from Paycor, so I'll work on that, but
Okay.
we're still budgeting properly. There's just the 6-month actual is incorrect there.
How many poll workers do we have now?
Anywhere from, I mean, it just depends on the election, but upwards of 100
Okay.
can, at any time. I mean, this last election, we maybe used like 60 something.
Okay.
Probably about the same this election, maybe a few less. It's just a runoff election. But we have had way more elections
Yes.
than is necessary. Well,
We had
obviously
a little
necessary,
bit,
but
yeah.
then we've
We
had
used
to
to,
have,
yeah.
yes. 4 elections in 4 months is quite a lot of elections.
I don't know how you
Y'all
got
done good. Y'all
Plus
worked
our open
out.
records.
Yes. Then we got open records, and we have a recount coming up as well. That's why I needed to change my appointment time. So in the May general primary, one of the Public Service Commission races, I think it was District 3. There's like less than 0.5% between them, and they can then ask for a recount, and so. They have, and so I've got a webinar training on that tomorrow. So I had to move my
This is your
my
first
time.
one to do that?
We have done a recount. Probably, let's see, I've been here 20 years. I'd say probably 12 or 14
Long
years
time
ago.
ago.
Yeah. So it's been a long time, and so the state is putting out some training and doing a webinar
Great,
and stuff.
good.
So yeah.
That's gonna be a lot.
Did the extra elections, you didn't have those budgeted?
Oh, absolutely not, because they weren't foreseen.
Right.
When Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned for her seat, we didn't know that until after we had, turned our budget in for this year. So, and then we didn't know there would be a runoff from that election, and then of course we had the May,
Right.
scheduled,
Yes.
but and possible runoff. But
And then your special elections that were held for like open city council.
so yeah, and we do charge the city for those. So some money will be recouped from special elections from like the cities, especially having 3 weeks of early voting at the city of Rossville was where normally we'd just have 6 days. So it is a lot.
Well, just out of curiosity, what was our turnout? How have we been running in county voter turnout on the?
So the March election, we had I don't know, about 10,400 somewhere in there.
Percentage of that, what is it?
I think it was 15 to 20. It may have been a little more because I think we were like right at 40,000, 44,000
That wonderful.
registered. Yeah. So, and then for the runoff was a higher turnout actually than the actual election. We were over 11,000 for that election. And then for the May primary, it did kind of drop off. We were just,
that's crazy. It dropped way. That's one.
it did. It was 9,000, 9,300 somewhere around there. And of course, I think this runoff will be less than that. I mean, voter fatigue is
Right.
obviously a
What?
thing. People are, it's summertime, people are on vacation, and just lots of reasons why.
You're
It
good.
could.
Y'all do a great
Well,
job.
thank you. I appreciate
Fantastic.
that. We try very hard.
I'm sorry, you don't know it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I apologize. You
Yeah,
know
oh,
it.
no.
I do.
Yeah.
She knows me well. I usually hear, Miss Veazey, you need to turn in this form.
Yeah.
Here,
Oh, right.
don't try and
They-
send it to
all
the
of them.
state.
That's true, yeah.
I usually go to Danielle like this. What do I do?
Exactly.
Well, that's going to change in 2027.
I
You all
know.
will be filing directly with the state.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
And
That's
a
what the
different,
state told
and
me.
a different calendar period too.
yes, it has changed. Yes.
Sorry, Christian? No.
Oh, you're good.
I
I'm looking
So
at a
we're looking-
$20,000 office supply general, what's that?
So, yeah, I was going to ask for an amendment to this budget, but with the change of removing the QR code from our ballots, there's going to be some legislation on that. And when we're not sure what's going to change, but what we're looking at is like a security cage to take our machines, to deploy our machines. Like right now, when we have to deploy the road crew that delivers for us, they have to touch every piece of equipment. So every BMD, every printer, every scanner. So if we could buy these security cages and we could get 2 cages with 1 precincts, they're just wheeling a cage where they're not having to touch every piece of single equipment. But we don't know right now if the system's going to change, what it's going to look like. So I held off and put it on this budget because
So the pages will be $10,000 a piece or something like that?
Oh, no. We'll need probably, we have 11 precincts. I'd say 5 precincts can get away with, 6 precincts could probably do 1 cage per, and then the others would do two cages per.
Oh, okay.
Actually, now since we're in Lafayette, that we may take those two away. So, we're looking at several, and they're about $4,000 to $5,000 a piece at least. But that's a one-time expense
Right.
that I've added in.
Okay.
And we won't know until after the legislation meets on June 17th, yes.
Okay.
Are you, so there's 20,000 budgeted in here. Are you planning on purchasing some this year and then later this fiscal year, or are you planning on just purchasing them all up front?
All up front if possible.
Okay.
If you even need them. You don't
Yeah,
have to use
yes,
them.
Correct.
exactly.
Yeah,
Right,
I was
exactly.
just talking about budget numbers because it's only 20. If you
Well, it makes
said
me
they're about
wonder-
4,000.
I may have, they're, I honestly don't remember,
And
Christian.
maybe
Maybe
something-
25 to 3.
Maybe it's something we do an amendment for if she has to buy them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
later.
Yeah, and what I was going to do this year, but when we, found out that things may change, I just said I'd put it in this year's budget. But I'm welcome. I mean, I'm glad to do the amendment if you'd prefer.
It's up to y'all.
What, like I said, we'll know before too long where you have
Yes,
to. or not,
yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
Whatever works the best.
Don't forget we have the special call meeting on the 26th.
Right, to approve, to hear the
do
budget,
this,
so
Yeah.
I'm okay with cutting it out, and if we have to buy them, doing it.
I think that would be probably the way to do it. It'd be cleaner that if you do need to, then you already know you're gonna have to do the amendment, so you would
Yeah.
be just a standard
Anyway,
procedure
right.
you'd have to do.
We know how many exactly we need.
Yeah, you have all that, and then you
That's
just,
right.
knowing it was coming, you just do an
Right.
amendment to the budget. I think
Yeah.
that'd be the cleanest way, probably.
I think so.
Okay. Y'all writing that down?
Appreciate
What else do we need to talk about specifically, Christian?
Can you go to personnel? Looks like there's a 10% increase there
Yeah.
for poll workers and for staff. Is it?
Is that a COLA raise, Danielle?
So,
Is that
The-
Nate Sanders?
yes. So we've added a part-time person once we moved over there, and that wasn't accounted for, and so it's his salary plus a 3% bump or something like that for COLA.
And your board approved that position or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just part-time, so there's no.
Yes. It
Oh,
is just
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Danielle, is there anything else you want to share with the board?
I don't think so. I think we've covered a lot.
I have a question.
Yes.
How's your new building?
Lovely.
I mentioned that.
It still has that new car smell.
Oh, don't you love that? Don't you just love
Nice.
that?
That was a great project we did. I know
That really was.
Dade County's just spending $3 million on the elections office. And then one of the Dade County residents asked me about it at lunch, actually, when I went to the Farm Bureau. They were asking about ours, and I said, we got $140 a square foot. That's buying it and remodeling it. So I think it turned out great.
Oh, it's
It is. It's nice on the inside.
It is.
I'm glad.
well needed too, to get that out of the.
Yes,
the court.
yes.
That was just a-
Everything is under one roof
Yes.
and,
Secure.
yes, everything's, yep, we're
Glad
really
you're happy.
proud of it. Yeah, I think voters are happy as
Oh, yeah.
well. They don't have to fight for parking or no ramp or
Much
stairs
better.
or anything. Yeah, it's
Good.
And we're currently early voting as well, so.
Yeah, I forgot myself.
Never stops this year.
It does not.
It's continuous.
Yes.
perpetual vote.
Hopefully, after the 16th, we'll get a little bit of a reprieve
Yeah.
until October.
October.
Yeah, we'll start early voting
And
in
that-
October.
Oh, yeah.
That's this budget is October. when you'll
Yes,
start voting.
yes.
Okay, well, anything else? All right, Danielle, we'll let you get back to it.
All right,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, Danielle.
No problem.
Great job.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your afternoon.
You
Okay.
too.
Bye.
Christian, any last words before I close our session, or do you want to recap? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think I can go over just real quick how salaries are calculated. Well, not salaries, but the benefits. So per employee, we did $9,000 for health insurance. We don't look at the employees on whether or not they have family, single, whatever. That's just too much to track.
Right.
So we just did an average cost of $9,000 of employer cost to the employee. We also did $550 for short-term disability and $200 for long-term. We did $50, I think, for life insurance and $50 for the identity theft prevention. We budgeted retirement at 7%, and then the pension was budgeted at 33% due to a small amount of employees being on that and how opening that has cost a lot of money since we opened the pension. And I don't know if we wanted to look at changing where that's coded out of risk management or something like that, since it's just affecting the small employees, but it's really a cost of prior employees and shouldn't be really allocated to some departments so heavily. So I think we could look at doing something there as well to give a little relief to some department heads. But other than that, that's pretty much the gist. And I did mention earlier, we put a 3% just across the board. Some departments did do different, elected officials have different numbers. So.
And on that $9,000 guesstimation, I say guesstimation,
That's
but
what it
does
is.
it work out pretty? Does it seem to, or do you?
Yes, last year we used 9,100. I think that would be a fair representation of about average. It's about $4 million, I believe, overall. And that's about what our cost is. Now, costs have been increasing. And so that's.
But it
just
worked.
kinda-
It worked.
It's close.
It gets us close. Yeah.
Yes.
Gets
It's
you within
budget.
hand
That's what we're
grenade
doing.
range.
We're trying to throw a dart at a dartboard, and I feel like that's pretty close to the bullseye.
Are we hearing there if the health insurance will go up next year? Do we know that yet?
I'm still waiting on Hugh. He got with MSI to get those figures. I don't have those yet.
Okay.
I just have what we got last year, and we got last year about mid-June, so we should have that before I do the budget presentation. So I'll be able to give that more accurately.
Did any of these budgets have a guess of that number, or are we just waiting to get that number before we put it in here?
I've put 9,000 is what my
Okay,
guess
that's
of
the number
that,
you used.
and I applied that to every full-time employee.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So we don't have an increase in our premiums.
Yeah.
Okay. Annetta, do you have anything? Okay. So if we are all finished, then I'm happy to close our day. That's all right. We will be adjourned then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reconvene the board